Railways are one of the important inventions of the modern ages, but that doesn't mean it doesn't come with its own dangers. In today's video, we will be counting down 10 of the most deadliest railways in the world. Number 10. Outnick train, South Africa. This railway began its construction in 1907. It was considered as the world's most extreme railway. This is a 3-hour journey that stretches across 67 kilometers. The train runs between Georgetown and South Africa. As beautiful as it is, the scary part of this journey is the fact that the railways have parts that almost literally hang above the Indian Ocean itself. The ocean often is prone to cyclones and strong whirlwinds that pose a significant threat to the railways and the passengers as they pass above the ocean. Though it may be beautiful to be above the ocean, the risk is just simply not worth it. The proximity to the ocean is reason enough for concern. Citing the concerns regarding the safety of this route, the decision was made, and in June 2008, the train's operations were ended. It was the last continually operating passenger steam train in Africa, and many were sad to see it end its operations. Number 9. Death Railway, Thailand. Don't let the name of the railway fool you. It gets its name from the fact that it was used to supply weapons to troops in Burma during World War II. During its construction, several prisoners of war lost their lives in the process, and hence it gets its name. Also commonly known as the Burma Railway or Siam-Burma Railway, it's a 415 kilometers long route in Thailand, connecting Bampong, Thailand to Thambuset, Burma. This journey takes the passengers through the wild forests and some dangerous mountains. The scariest part is the famous bridge on the River Kwai, which is so close to the edge you feel like you could fall off at any moment. Number 8. Devil's Nose Train, Ecuador. The name itself should tell you a lot. This rail route was built in the year 1905, but started its construction way back in 1872. Also known as the Nadia del Diablo, which translates directly to Nose of the Devil, it is located in Ecuador and stands at about 9,000 feet above sea level. It has been called by many as perhaps one of the scariest train rides in the world. It stretches out at over 12 kilometers long. The reason for its name, however, it is owed to the fact that during the construction the tracks had heavy rainfall, poisonous snakes, malaria, yellow fever, jaguars, and seismic activity, all happening one after the other. Now that's spooky. You will not believe what's next. Number 7. Trenton, Noobs, Argentina. Don't judge the rail route by its fancy name. This deadly train route is extremely treacherous. It spreads out over 217 kilometers long. It connects Salta, Argentina to Polvorillo, Chile. It took a whopping 27 years to be completed starting in 1921. It passes through high mountains and some of the deepest canyons that you have ever seen. What makes it very dangerous is that it passes through several zigzag tracks and passes through 21 tunnels and 13 bridges. However, for being so tricky and dangerous, it takes about 16 hours to complete this train journey. That's almost close to an entire day of tunnels, bridges, canyons, and mountains. Definitely not made for everyone. Number 6. Kuranda Scenic Railroad, Australia. Although this is high up on our list of dangerous train routes in the world, it is also one of the most beautiful and a must-see for many. Located in the beautiful country of Australia, the train passes through the Barron Gorge National Park, which has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The rail route stretches 37 kilometers long and was built in the late 19th century. It is said to take about 2 hours for the entire distance. As you go on this journey, you will pass through 15 tunnels, cross 40 bridges with 93 hairpin bends. Sounds exciting? Well, that's what makes the Kuranda Railroad a scary ride. As a bonus, you will pass through powerful waterfalls where the train will usually go at a slower speed. Number 5. Georgetown Loop Railroad, USA. This stunning railway route was built in the late 19th century. The main outline was to have access to the silver mines, which were very popular in that era. It offers some of the most scenic views of the valley as it passes through the Rocky Mountains in Clear Creek County. Although it is a 3 feet narrow gauge that gets many hearts beating fast. Along the route, the train passes over the bridge, called the Devil's Gate High Bridge, which the name itself is enough to induce fear. It is at the bridge that there are often strong winds from the finest and sides of the rail that make for an extremely nerve-wracking journey for its passengers. Needless to say, this journey is not for the faint-hearted, but if you are able to overcome your fear and take on this adventure, you will be rewarded by the breathtaking scenery. Enjoying the video? Stay tuned for more. Number 4. White Pass Yukon Route, USA. This railway route was built in the year 1898. It connects the port of Skagway, Alaska to Whitehorse, Yukon. It is a thrilling adventure ride for those who are really up for it. The scenery is to die for, passing through two of the most beautiful places with their wild beauty. However, it has no other connection to any other railhead. It is a 3,000-foot climb and makes the journey extremely dangerous, and it passes through the mountains. The route was once upon a time used for gold miners who wanted to go to Yukon, which was rich in gold, and did all this by covering about 3,000 feet in less than 32 kilometers. Number 3. Asomonami, Japan. Considered as one of the most dangerous rail routes in the world, the Asomonami route in Japan actually passes right through an active volcanic area. Yet you heard that right, active volcano. This route connects the Takamori to the Tateni Station and crosses through Mount Aso. This Mount Aso is in fact the biggest active volcano in Japan. That is the last place we would like to go on a train. The volcanic eruptions are unpredictable and can erupt at random. This poses a huge threat to the route and all its passengers. It is not an unusual sight to see burnt lava right near the tracks, and the volcano has burnt many places in the surrounding region. Number 2. Argog Train Railroad, Indonesia. This scary railway runs between the cities of Jakarta and Bandung in Indonesia. It is usually a 3-hour journey that takes you between both the cities, although it lets you view some of the most beautiful scene rides that Indonesia is known for, including the first, tea plantations, and beautiful mountains. The part where it gets tricky, though, is when the train goes over the Sikuruda Pylon Trestle Bridge. This sky-high bridge is what makes everyone hesitant to take the train journey. The bridge is exceedingly high, over the trees and small hills, and to worsen things, it has no enclosures, which makes it dangerous. This railway even saw a tragic train accident as yearly as the year 2002, which is chill-inducing. And at the top of our list, number 1, Rainswarm route, India. Right at the top of our list, we have the famous Rainswarm railway route located in India. It connected the major city of Chennai to the popular place of pilgrimage called Rainswarm, where thousands of people travel every year for their religious pilgrimage. It was built in 1914, that's over 100 years old already. It stretches out at a distance of 2.3 kilometers and was built into the seabed. The bridge is elevated high above the water that even ships and ferries can pass through from underneath it. It also features the Pamson Bridge, which many look up to as being the creativity of Indian engineering. While traveling in it, you can feel the splatter of water against your face during certain seasons. However, it is one of the most dangerous owing to the fact that its 145 pillars are turning out to be a bit fragile over these years. The area is prone to constant flooding and whirlwinds coming from the sea, which endangers the crossing of the trains and forces the trains to go at a speed of 4 meters per second. The train accident of 1964 cannot be easily forgotten, when the cyclone hit a nearby town and completely swept the train off of the Pamban Bridge. Horrific. Well, that's all for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Would you take a trip on any of these trains? Which one? Leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you do not miss another update from us as we post regularly.